Test my audio. Fuck that shit. Alright. Test my audio. Alright. Looks like we are live. Damn, this shit's like muscle memory. When you haven't done it in a while, you start forgetting how to do it. Alright, everything looks straight. Alright, so I was supposed to go live like months ago, but I never did. I'm gonna be completely honest, man. Like, making YouTube videos, you really have to you have to have a certain temperament, man. You have to be able to read some of the most ridiculous shit in the world when you make videos, man. I banned a lot of people from my channel because I would make a video where I would basically tell people you gotta focus on what is true. I don't know how anybody could disagree with that unless they simply don't want the truth in the first place. But instead of just saying that, instead of just saying the obvious, like, hey, Chris, we don't want what is true. We just want to live with our opinions. We don't want our illusions destroyed, right? Instead of being honest and saying that, man, these people would type whole fucking essays, whole fucking theses, right, man? Just saying a bunch of bullshit, man. And I used to save comments before I blocked people, but I ain't, I can't be fucked to do that anymore, man. Because at the end of the day, when you feed into too much bullshit, like even if you're just making fun of it, it starts to affect you. So, and it was the right decision because now the comments are actually ones that don't make me want to strangle something when I read them now. You know what I'm saying? But, the main thing I wanted to talk about here, and I didn't feel like making the proper video. I didn't feel like editing it. I didn't feel like doing all that shit, making a thumbnail. Fuck that, right? I'm gonna do this spontaneously. And if anybody is awake right now, I know I mostly have a nocturnal audience, but if anybody's awake right now and they're not currently doing their Saturday plans, I also want to give them a chance to react. But the main thing I wanted to talk about right now is a lot of people that watch these videos, they try to treat it like some type of teacher and student relationship. They kind of look at me as like a teacher and they see themselves as the students. The reason you don't want to do that is because let's look at real life teachers. Let's look at real life certified professionals, right? Let's say you're in the 11th grade, right? We'll just use a random grade. Let's say you're in the 11th grade. Let's say you're 16, 17 years old. Let's say you're in history class, right? His story class. Or even science class. A teacher will preach knowledge that they know that they're allowed to preach in the curriculum. Okay? Listen carefully to what I just said. It's twofold. They'll preach knowledge that they know, and they'll preach knowledge that they're allowed to preach from the curriculum. Because if a teacher deviates from what the curriculum wants them to teach you, they can get fired. So you're already getting limited knowledge twofold. You're only learning what the teacher knows, and you're only learning what the teacher is allowed to tell you. It's the same thing with reading a book. A book is basically somebody else's knowledge and what they choose to put in the book and what they're allowed to put in the book to get publicized. That's why you should never voluntarily look for a teacher-student relationship. If you're going to use somebody else for knowledge, the ultimate goal, it needs to be you need to use that person as a stepping stone. And I don't mean do this in a malicious way. I set my videos up to give people a little bit of information to trigger their natural curiosity, and if their natural curiosity can be triggered, they'll go further on their own. You should never watch any of my videos and sit there like a fiend damn, what's she gonna tell me next? No, you should hear the basic information and then you should go further on your own. That way you have absolutely no limitations on what your mind can learn, okay? Now, the main reason I wanted to talk about this is because a lot of people, they only want to learn information if they're directly told everything. And when you have that mentality, you're setting yourself up for failure, man. Sorry, I had to check something. When you have that mentality, you're setting yourself up for failure. Because a lot of you guys just don't seem to understand what's going on, man. There's a lot of malicious people in the world. There's a lot of people, I don't remember who said it, but he called it the hamster wheel, right? The hamster wheel effect. Essentially, you take a doctor, right? You have something wrong with you. A doctor is not going to cure your problem. A doctor is going to keep you on a hamster wheel. They're going to tell you that you need these medications and you got to be on these medications for the rest of your life. And that's not going to solve the problem. It's just going to keep you on a hamster wheel. There's something wrong with your car. They're not going to fix your car. They're going to repair it just enough. And then when you have the same problem, you keep on coming back. They used to make indestructible cars in the 20s, and then they stopped making them bitches because they realized, shit, if we sell people cars that never have anything wrong with them, we can't make no fucking money. Now, I'm not saying it always comes down to money, because I'm going to make a video in the future where I talk about that stupid money conspiracy theory, man. Motherfuckers think that the people that make the money need your money. Doctors need your money, and car salesmen need your money, and mechanics and repairmen need your money, but the people that rule over you don't need your money. They just need you to be stuck in the hamster wheel. And I've talked about that on previous videos, man, but some of you fuckers, you know, it's not really the newer guys to my channel. Because I've noticed that the newer people that started watching my videos, they kind of understand what's going on. But it's mostly the people that have been here for a while who come from those other communities, right? Y'all know what I'm talking about. They got so used to people just giving them what they perceive to be good information that they became dependent on it. No different than you being dependent on that car mechanic I was just talking about, or that doctor I was just talking about. You don't want to have codependency. Because if you get very lucky and you're codependent on somebody that's telling you the truth and taking good care of you, then congrats, you're lucky. But this is not most people. Because in order for the person that's codependent and the person who is the what do they call it? You got the fucking codependent, and then you got the, I don't remember the other word, but in order for that relationship to work, there has to be a power dynamic, right? So the person you're dependent on has to be above you in the power hierarchy, and if they want to stay at that position, they're never ever going to tell you how to get to their position in the first place. They're going to keep breadcrumbing you, right? They're going to feed you enough to keep you loyal, but never enough for you to rise above them, okay? And this can be done intentionally or accidentally. So a lot of these fuckers that tell you all this bullshit, they really do believe that they're telling you something that's useful. They really believe that. So they're not even misleading you on purpose. They really buy the bullshit they're selling you. You'll hear these motherfuckers tell you that, oh yeah, I believe in my product, that's why I'm selling it to you. And y'all already know I got a whole video talking about the root word of belief is lie. Let me read some of these comments before I continue going on. The amount of people who don't think for themselves is shocking. Yeah, Phantom. But I mean, it's more shocking when you're younger And then as you get older, you know, as you meet thousands of people, when you see that pretty much damn near everybody is like this, except for like less than 0.01% of people, you kind of just get used to it, and you don't really get angry at it anymore. You kind of just get used to it. And you know something funny, Fathom? I just had this conversation 2 days ago. So there was a chick. She runs track, right? I saw her at a track meet. We ended up following each other on Instagram. She looks like the female version of somebody who I used to be close to, right? Shout out to my boy Travis. You're probably gonna see this live stream, or somebody's probably gonna send it to you. And I'm just like, this chick looks like she's Travis, and Travis already has a lot of sisters, but this chick looks like she was another one of Travis's sisters, right? So I told my boy Mason to get it to fucking show him these pictures, right? So he added us to a group chat. And, you know, I started making fun of him. Yeah, I found your sister in real life, blah, 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 right? And then we started talking about the reason that I blocked him. And, you know, from the day he was born, he was told by a certified professional that there's something wrong with his body, right? So they put him on synthetic insulin, okay? And to make a long story short, this is basically what I asked him, okay? Because y'all know that India, they have that whole caste system. You got like whatever, right? It's basically like feudalism. I directly said this to him. I'm like, Travis, your society has people that are below the lowest class. You know what I'm talking about. These people have no access to medicine. These people have no access to insulin. So how is it that these people who have the same disease that you have, how is it that they can survive without any drugs? Since they can't afford drugs. They can afford synthetic, which is ironic because insulin is actually really fucking cheap. You know, bodybuilders use insulin as like a pseudo steroid, and the insulin is actually cheaper than the steroids. Like, it's crazy. So insulin is really fucking cheap, and you don't even need a prescription to buy it, at least in America. I don't know about India, but despite it being cheap, they still can't afford it. So it's like, these guys can't afford that medicine, yet they're still alive. Yet your doctors told you that without this medicine you would die. This is why I made that post yesterday saying that truth does not contradict. You can't tell somebody that they would die without this drug when there's people that have his same disease that can't afford the fucking drug that don't fucking die. And it's like, what the fuck, man? What did y'all think humanity was doing for the tens of thousands of years we were living with no medicine? Y'all better wake the fuck up, man. This is what I mean about the hamster wheel, man. So, but yeah, man, exactly, Phantom. Man was not meant to take medicine 24/7. You feel me? What's up, Mr. Joshua? Exactly, Josh. Exactly, Josh. That's what people don't realize, man. When it comes to drugs, I made a video talking about this, but I don't remember what the video was called. But basically, for every positive a drug gives you, you have a hidden negative and you have an obvious negative. So, and depending on the drug, sometimes you have more than one, you know, hidden negative and more than one obvious negative. You know, for every positive a drug gives you, there's negatives for it. You're better, in most cases, you're better off just not taking drugs in the first place. I actually blocked a couple of chicks this month because I found out they were drug addicts. It is what it is, man. But I mean, yeah, people got, I mean, why doesn't anybody ask these doctors, like, why aren't the doctors taking the same medicines that they're giving y'all? Like, why does nobody ask the doctors that, right? Oh, because that's taboo. You can't question certified professionals, because in the modern religion of science, they are the gods, right? But I digress. But yeah, man. I'm about to go work out. About to hit the gym. Gotta maintain these gains, you feel me? Because I get a lot of chicks with how my body looks. You feel me? Yeah, the gains are coming around nicely, man. Gotta get my in-body scan, see my body fat percentage, you feel me? As well as how much I weigh, because I haven't done that in a while. But yeah, just a quick little chit chat. I just wanted to address this real fast, man. Those of y'all that are new to my channel, and even those of y'all that have been around a while, I don't want y'all thinking this is a student-teacher relationship. I don't want y'all thinking that I want y'all dependent on me. The purpose of my videos, again, I'm going to say it one more time and I got to get the fuck out of here, is to give y'all a little bit of information to trigger your curiosity. Then it's up to you to go further on your own. Because even if I wanted to give you guys the full sauce, YouTube takes my videos down when I cross a certain line. Like the video I just made pointing out how Kane, the WWF character Kane, is based off of the original Canaanites. They already tried to take that video down, man. Like as soon as I uploaded the video, it was already blocked. I had to file an appeal just to even make it visible. And it's not even visible to all people right now. So, and, but, you know, they said after 2 days to make it visible to all. But, you know, they're still looking at my appeal, guys. So the video I just posted may be taken down. Like, that's how deep this shit goes, man. Most people don't even know who the Canaanites were in the first place. Most people don't even know who Cain was. Most people, when they think of Cain, they think of that religious bullshit, man. Not realizing that religion is based off of the original truth. They just took the original truth, sprinkled a bunch of bullshit on top of it, and made something called religion, man. So, but YouTube, you know, blocked the video. I had to appeal it. And yeah, man, they're taking all kinds of stuff down from the internet, man. Now the internet is flooded with nothing but bullshit. Conspiracy theories, just all kinds of bullshit. They're trying to kill truth from the internet, but that's okay. Because what do I always tell you people to do, right? I tell you people to get off the internet and to go outside and go to the source and see the truth with your own eyes. So regardless of what happens to the internet in the future, if you guys are going to the source, if you guys are following your inner voice, if you guys are seeing what contradicts and what doesn't, if you guys are focusing on what is true, you'll be good regardless of what they do with the internet. So let me read the last of these comments, then I'm going to get the fuck out of here, you feel me? One of my family members was told to take a certain drug. They ended up taking it for 15 years. That's what I'm saying, bro. That's what I'm saying, man. How do you get diabetes in the first place when none of your ancestors said? But people be calling me crazy, man. All you gotta do is just look at what drugs do to the human body. All you gotta do is look at what drugs do to the human DNA. Like, a lot of the shit that causes you guys problems are human invented. And where the fuck does it come from, man? I don't know. I may make a video thoroughly explaining like, I don't know. I may or may not. Probably not, because this shit is so fucking basic. I really don't even feel like getting into it. It's just one of those things where all you have to do is go outside and meet people. All you got to do is just see what drugs, like, do any of you people seriously know of anybody who is better as a drug addict? I guarantee you nobody that watches this video is going to say yeah. But I think I've more than hammered the point. I'm going to get out of here. Nice chatting with you, Phantom. Nice chatting with you, Joshua. It's time to go get some more gains. Oh!